Do you want to know how to study and live in Japan? Well, look no further because we are going to talk about the programs offered by Jellyfish Education Philippines. Jellyfish Incorporation was founded in Japan year 2007, which offers opportunities to people through education, overseas study, and recruitment businesses, with over 8 sites in 4 countries including Vietnam, the Philippines, and Indonesia, based on the management policy Expand Your Horizon. The company name Jellyfish was chosen in order to conduct business that transcends national borders, adapts to the changing times, and shines brightly in society. So why choose Jellyfish? Jellyfish is on the #1 spot in the Philippines in terms of knowledge and experience of the Studying in Japan program. Here are some of the reasons why you need to consider choosing Jellyfish. For the services offered, first, we have the Study in Japan program, and second, the online Nihongo class program. Let's talk first about the Study in Japan program. With this program, you can reach N2 to the N1 level of Japanese language proficiency. You can do part-time job while studying. The student can take an allowable 28 hours of part-time job. The average salary is about 59,000 yen per month. Experience the rich culture of Japan. Study in Japan and experience a new and fascinating way of life. Build a better and stable future after graduation. Finishing your Japanese language course in Japan and reaching an N2 or N1 level will definitely open new opportunities and better career options. Career path after program completion. If you're a university graduate, you can take further studies or graduate school. You can find better employment and business opportunities. You have a chance to become a resident in Japan, or you can return home to the Philippines and work using your Japanese language skills. If you're a high school graduate, college undergraduate, and vocational, you can enroll in a vocational school or university in Japan. And on the other hand, students who have not graduated from a university could enter into undergraduate courses after studying in Japanese schools for 1 or 2 years, and then spend 4 years in an undergraduate program to get their bachelor's degree. You can pass the SSW Prometic examination and work in Japan for a maximum of 5 years. Or you can also return home to the Philippines and work using your Japanese language skills. Our partner schools. Here we have a map of Japan showing more than 50 partner schools nationwide, about 20 in Tokyo, 10 in Osaka and Kyoto, and 20 other schools in other areas, emphasizing that the company can introduce students to schools that meet their needs. For the program duration, we have 4 batches: January, April, July, and October, each having their own distinct duration and season. We now proceed to the general qualifications. First, must be a senior high school or university graduate and must be 18 to 30 years old. Please note that the applicant is subject to further assessment if he or she is a high school graduate, college undergraduate, vocational graduate, or 31 years old and above. Must be willing to study the Japanese language and culture. Lastly, must be financially capable or with someone willing to sponsor and support the application. Let's now discuss the application process. First, we have the assessment. Our program consultants will contact you after you fill out our assessment form. When you decide to continue with our Study in Japan program, we can now proceed to the contract signing, followed by the application fee payment. You will then be turned over to our documentation team for the completion of the documents. Once you choose your language school and submit the forms requested, you will be ready to set up your interview with the school. After passing the interview, we now go to the next step, which is the completion and checking of documents of both Jellyfish and the school. Your documents will be shipped to Japan for the COE application, and after 3 months, the results will be released whether you will be approved or denied. If approved, we can start the payment of the following fees, such as the tuition fees, processing fees, accommodation fees, etc. We will then conduct the pre-departure orientation seminar or the PIDOS for the discussion of the necessary information before you go to Japan. You will then proceed to the application for your student visa. You will be advised by our team if you can start booking your plane ticket to Japan. Once everything is settled, you are now ready for your departure and start your new journey in Japan. The application fee matrix. As mentioned earlier, the application fee will be paid after the signing of the contract. We are currently offering 3 packages. For package A, worth 42,500 pesos. This is for applicants with no Japanese background. This package also includes a 170-hour online Nihongo class from Jellyfish. For package B, 12,500 pesos. These are specifically for students who studied Nihongo with Jellyfish and who wanted to continue the Study in Japan program. They must have completed the 1 to 4 beginner lessons from Jellyfish to acquire this package. Package C, with 20,000 pesos. This package is for applicants with JLPT level and Nihongo background or completed 150 hours from other Japanese language schools and passed the assessment test from Jellyfish. Here we have the estimated program expense. Upon signing of the contract, for example, your chosen package is package A with 42,500 pesos. The following fees below are after the approval of the COE. For the processing fee, we have 25,000 pesos. The initial tuition fee of 60% is 203,000 pesos. You can also pay in full depending on your chosen language school. Next, we have a 3-month accommodation of around 70,000 pesos. This is also up to the applicant if they want to rent at the school dorm or find their own accommodation. Up next is the visa processing for 2,800 pesos. And lastly, the one-way airfare ticket worth 18,000 pesos with a total of 361,300 pesos. Please take note that this is just an estimated computation and that the application fee amount is subject to change based on the assessment of the program consultant. Here we have the basic requirements for the applicant. Disclaimer: additional documents might be requested depending on the applicant's case by the documentation specialist throughout the process of the application. Next, we have the sponsored documents. Studying in Japan can be a great challenge and a rewarding experience. After their study in Japan, many students go on to play active roles in Japanese companies both in Japan and in the Philippines. Take on the challenge of studying in Japan and discover the many opportunities that are available to you.